Something nobody tells you about growing up is that when you have difficult, tragic, traumatic experiences, you have to deal with them right there, or refuse to, move on, and never deal with them at all. Most people don't go to therapy, especially if you're African. With stomach pain. Sometimes it happens to children. They don't even have the mental capacity to understand what's happening to them, to know that this one thing will haunt them for years to come. They hide it. They dig it so deep, so far, they don't even realize that they're building themselves into a wall so high that they can't climb over. They become a walking embodiment of their trauma. They lug it around everywhere they go, without even knowing. It becomes a silent companion, lulling them to sleep every night. This thing, this sickness, this wound is festering, destroying a part of themselves. It manifests in several ways: anger, depression, drug abuse, sex addiction, cutting. But people don't give you grace. They don't see how damaged you are. I started writing this project in an effort to somehow work through what I was going through. Along the way, it became more of a creative endeavor. Sharpening my sword, exercising a muscle, working on it on my lunch break, while walking home, in bed, just anywhere, anytime. If I had an idea, just jot it down, didn't matter how dumb it was. After 6 months, I finished, and I was so proud of what I had made. But I still had the problems I had started with. Even more, in fact. I started it for a month or two, not knowing what to do next, but after a session with my therapist, I realized I had to do it. I had to release it. I had to record it. I had to find an energy within me that was no more. What ultimately made me want to do this was realizing that I'll probably never be a published author, or a filmmaker, or a successful artist. The number of raindrops that fall on the ground of Nairobi in a whole year is probably a fraction compared to the number of videos, songs, and podcast episodes that are posted on YouTube and Spotify in a single day. But I didn't make this to chase what the world sees as success. Not money, not fame. Hell, this project probably won't even get 50 views. But I did it anyway, because of the artistic will to create, because something within me is screaming to be let out. The truth is, while we were locked away from our families, from the world, in boarding schools far away from home, waking up at 4 a.m. for morning preps and going to sleep at 11 p.m., studying a curriculum that doesn't care about your learning disability, in environments where mental illness could thrive, being whipped by middle-aged men and women because our trousers or skirts hugged our legs a bit too much, or because our leather shoes were a bit too cloudy, or our hair was a millimeter too long. Children our age, on the other side of the world, had access. Even the poorest of children had the ability to chase their dreams by simply uploading a song to SoundCloud or a video to YouTube. We were already late to the party. So fuck being accepted by the bourgeoisie. How about we break the fucking door down? This project is dedicated to my family, my parents and my brothers, Alan, Brian and Collins. To Aurelia, Trevor, Audrey, Janet, Nina, Rude and William. To every single creative person that has to cut a part of themselves to survive. To all the nobodies. You're not alone. Featuring Jalimo, Jojo, Alan, Trevor, Cynthia and Sheila. Thank you so much for lending your voices. Special thanks to Alan for the equipment, to Trevor for reading and listening to the many files I sent him, and to Hannah and Marianne for their reviews. I put my everything into this, and now it's yours. My skin can only hold so much. Trailer day, 1st May 2026. New post every Monday for 23 weeks. With that said, I'd like to tell you a story about a person, a story about a time, a story about a one-pot chicken and rice.